To start out today's look, I'm going to use Zoria Plus Eyelid Cleanser on both my top and my bottom eyelids. I'm going to just lightly go back and forth using side-to-side motions. Then, to make sure everything is so fresh and so clean, I'm going to spray Zoria Dermal Spray all over my face and eyes. Look at that clean shine. Look at it. After that, I'm going to lightly pat dry my face. Next, I am going to apply the Zoria Under Eye Cream underneath my eyes and along those happy smile lines. Creases be gone. And of course, my cheeks are nice and red today. What's a girl to do? Apply Zoria AR. That's what. Look at that soft, creamy consistency. And I just apply it to all of the unhappy red areas of my face. Much better. So now it's time for Too Faced Shadow Insurance. And I apply it to both of my top eyelids, trying to cover pretty much everything. Then I'm going to use the Lorac Pro palette, and I'm going to start off with white. And I'm going to apply it all over my eyelid from my lash line all the way up to my eyebrow. And I'm going to lightly pat it on to apply just a little bit thicker layer. And then I'm going to apply it the same way to my other eyelid. Almost there. And now I'm going to apply the ever so glamorous shadow shields. Woo! And you just pull the plastic backing off. No need to peel both the top and bottom, really, unless you just want to. And now the other eye. I feel pretty, oh so pretty. Next, I'm going to use my 252 palette, and I'm going to apply a shimmery medium silver color. And I'm going to use that eyeshadow shield as a shaper, if you will. And I'm going to apply this color across all of my eyelids, starting from my lash line and working my way up. Then I'm going to do the same thing with the other eye. I'm going to wing this color out a little bit past my eyebrows and above the shadow shield on both sides. Just a little bit. Then, going back to that Lorac Pro palette, I'm going to use black. And I'm going to go along my bottom lash line, all the way across. Then I'm going to lightly brush it along my eyebrows. Hold that thought. Using an angled brush. And I'm going to wing my eyebrows up and out a little bit as well. Then I'm going to bring it down from the innermost part of my eyebrows and start working that color down along both sides of my nose. Okay, there's definitely a look going now. Now the fun part. Using that shadow shield as a guide, I'm going to create a line of shadow going up underneath the top wing to create the ultimate wing. Dun dun dun! Wow. And now onto the other eye. Next, I'm going to use a black eyeliner pencil, and I'm gonna go over my eyebrows. Yeah, I know, this could go like really, really well or really not well, guys. I know. Stick with me, come on. So the black eyeshadow was basically our outline. Now we're just going to go over that with the eyeliner to exaggerate the shape and darken things up some. And I'm going to square it off at my nose on both sides. So Black Swan, for those of you who don't know, is a 2010 American psychological horror film directed by Darren Aronofsky. I think I'm saying that right. And it stars Natalie Portman and Mila Kunis. They're both prima ballerinas. Both want to be the white Black Swan, and let's just say some seriously dark things happen. So going back to the eyeliner, I'm going to extend that line into my bottom lash line and just use that shield as a guide. And I'm going to create a reverse wing along the side of my nose and my bottom lash line. And of course, make sure to do the same, with the other side. And then I'm going to use an angled brush to blend everything out a little along the bottom. I am Batman. So now going back to the 252 palette, I'm going to use the lightest metallic silver. And I'm going to go over just the inside of this fabulously fierce winged shape we have created. What's a happening, hot stuff? No? Wrong movie? Yeah, completely. So now I'm going to use my handy dandy liquid felt tip liner, and I'm going to start drawing some semi-wavy lines, just kind of extending them inward as I go. This most definitely does not have to be perfect, and your lines do not have to be masterpieces over here, okay? We're kind of going for a crazed Black Swan look after all, Ah, snap. On to the other eye. Well then, that escalated quickly. And now it's time to remove the shadow shields. Ew. And I'm going to extend the wing up and connect a couple of lines. And then do the same on the other eye. So going back to that light silver, I'm going to go over that area just a little bit, then go back over it with my black eyeliner pencil, just to give it all a nice cohesive look. Swan, Black Swan. So now I'm going to use a concealer stick and a concealer brush, and I'm going to apply concealer under my eyes and create kind of a triangular shape under both of them. Then I'm going to also apply it to the center of my forehead, down the center of my nose, and my chin. Then, using a silicone blender, I'm going to blend it all out, being very careful around that black makeup. So the script for Black Swan was actually based on an original script from Andre Hines, which apparently Aronofsky described as Roman Polanski meets All About Eve. Interesting. Granted, the film was originally intended to be about New York theater, but ended up being rewritten as a supernatural ballet thriller. Thriller. Yeah, so it ended up taking about 10 years or so before the script was actually finally finished. So how do I get that milky white swan complexion, you may ask? Cream theater makeup, mixed with a little bit of liquid foundation. And I'm going to use a silicone blender, but you could use any type of sponge or even a foundation brush if you prefer. And I'm just going to mix it all together on my hand. And I'm going to gently pat it on, starting on one side of my face and working my way over to the other side and then up to my forehead. So Natalie Portman's role as a ballerina was obviously both mentally and physically demanding. And while the skilled young actress had 10 years of previous dance experience under her belt already, apparently before production started, Miss Portman decided to train as a dancer and underwent a full year of ballet lessons, all of which she paid for herself, of course. I'm perfecting my art, darling. And I'm going to apply a white face powder all over just to brighten the whole look up some. And I'm going to work this color down onto my neck as well. So on top of taking dance classes, Portman also supposedly lost 20 pounds to look more like a petite little ballerina. That is some serious dedication to a role. But, I mean, it's Natalie Portman, so would you really expect anything less? I mean, she's kind of amazing. Now to get to those narrow spaces and up against the edges, I'm going to use an eyeshadow brush to apply the white powder. Does anyone else remember that movie Powder? Swan powder coming to a theater near you. So I can't create a look using white makeup and not use the Kat Von D white setting powder because it's fantabulous. And I'm just going to go over that same area, setting it all in. Goodness, not enough to be trying to wear it over here. So going back to the Lorac Pro palette, I'm going to use the color Slate. And using an angled blush brush, I'm going to apply it to the centers of my cheeks, lightening the pressure slightly as I work my way down. And I'm going to apply it to my jawline and down both sides of my neck. And I'm going to lightly apply it to my clavicles and any natural divots. Then I'm going to go along the crown of my head. Then we most definitely want to blend all of this out using a blender sponge. So now to blend it even more, I'm actually going to go back over any areas I really want to pop with that white powder. Mwahaha. Then I'm going to go back over my bottom lash line and the outline of my eyes with that black eyeliner pencil again, because I really want to make sure like it's smoldering black. And just for good measure, I'm gonna bust out the black eyeliner big guns. Huzzah! Time to curl those wicked lashes. Then I'm going to apply the ever so amazing Zoria Lash Mascara to both my top and bottom lashes. And lashes. I'm using Wispies, but definitely feel free to go much more dramatic if you do feel so inclined. And I'm going to brush on some eyelash glue because it makes life easier. Let air dry momentarily and apply. And pat. Pat, pat, pat. Yes. And on to the same exact thing for the other eye. And there we are. So I'm going to apply a little pigment using the Nubian Palette. And I'm going to apply it to my philtrum, the apples of my cheeks, the ball of my nose, and the round of my chin. A little shimmer never hurts. Next, I'm going to apply a red lip liner along the edges of my top and bottom lips. And I'm going to add a little in the center. Then I'm going to apply a burgundy colored lip color on top of that. I prefer liquid lip colors, but definitely feel free to use any burgundy hue you have. And because I want to add a little bit more shine, I'm going to apply a burgundy lip gloss on top of that. And lights. More lights. And the curtain goes up. And I present to you the Black Swan. Ooh, ah. If you loved this video and you would love to see more in the future, please hit like and hit that bell and subscribe to our channel. And keep an eye out for all kinds of awesome videos on a weekly basis and more videos just like this every other Monday. Thanks. See you guys next time. Mwah.